Hi everyone, and welcome to another author interview at In-House Publishing. As you can already see, this interview is not like every other, and I just want to take a couple of moments to go over that. When people decide to write their stories, sometimes the reasons why we write is for cathartic, healing, to let go of some stuff that's happened to us, and in this case also to help other people possibly resonate and experience that they have gone through and hopefully make some changes with. In this case, we've had to blur the author's face and also mask the audio, and we want to keep the author's identity secret because we just basically want to keep her protected from what she's been through. And you're about to find out about that today. The book is called My Journey So Far. It is written under a pseudonym, obviously, called Guinevere. And joining me today is Guinevere. Guinevere, tell me, what is this book all about?
My book is all about my life so far, my troubles from my childhood all the way through with my travels, why I came to Australia, the ensuing marriage that I had as a teenager, and my life within that marriage of domestic violence, and how I managed to overcome those obstacles, and that from the deep depths of despair, and how I got away from him, or tried to get away from him, and how I push forward into trying to get back my own identity. It's been a very, very long road, taking much longer than I ever thought it would. His pursuance in continually trying to reach me has been just as exhausting as everything else I've been trying to achieve, and raising my children at the same time.
Let's talk about that for a minute, because today is actually a rather critical day for you. Today, you know that he's coming back into the country. You've taken steps to obviously protect yourself from where you are, and police have been informed, I know, and some close people to you know. What sort of feelings resonate with you knowing that he's coming back into the country today?
I try not to, even all these years later, I try not to allow it to get to me too much, but as I've always done, I have that flight feeling. I just keep my distance and keep myself busy, and announce that I'm boarding my next flight and going overseas.
I'd like to ask you, what was the inspiration behind bringing this out? I remember the day you sat in my office, and the meeting went on for quite some time because we got to know each other, but what's the driving force behind telling the story now?
It's like it's been bubbling away inside me for a very long time, and I've had so many people say, where are you running to? Where are you going? Well, I've got another plane to board, or I've got to, I'm busy. And then the timing was right, that I needed to summarise my whole life, put it all down in paper, and it just flowed naturally all into the computer, and including all my emotions. And I just found that so cathartic in its whole experience. Some of it was very painful. Yes, I sat there and would have a couple of glasses of wine to try and overcome those revisited feelings. But to put it all out on paper, and to say, you really want to know me now, well, and you want to know just some of the the pain that I have been through, please read this book.
Very cool. Now I just want to talk about the back cover blurb in a minute, which says, now that she understands and opened up about her hurtful past, will a future unfold that she so desires, and that has eluded her for so long. And unfortunately I'm going to ask some questions about the past in a minute, but I wanted to identify that this story actually is also about showing people that there's a way out of such an environment.
Definitely.
Isn't it?
Oh, there's so much out there, there's so there's so much to offer, you know. Yes, I guess people have wondered, I think that's intrigued people even more. Why have I kept going? Why haven't I taken some negative path? It's never occurred to me to not. I don't know whether that's because I've escaped into my own world, perhaps, and a deep belief in myself. My great love of dancing or in nature drives me continually.
And that builds resilience, which is one personality trait, emotion that it's important to own and have when you're going through such tragedy or such horrific experiences, is to find your resilience to be able to build past it. Would that be fair?
Yeah, most definitely.
I have to ask the questions because we are here having an interview about your book and about your story. Most people that know me know that I don't tend to focus on negative experiences, but I think it's important that we do touch on this a little bit, Guinevere. Is that what are they going to read in this story? What are they actually going to be opened up to here?
I wanted to portray as best I possibly can, the pain I really went through. I wanted people to really feel my pain.
Are we talking
physical and mental, but all of it.
All of it.
The loneliness and the manipulation and what an abuser will do to isolate you and make you feel that you are the problem you are the problem, and to feel that isolation and the pain, and in the end you completely don't know who you are or what you think you believe, because it's all wrong in their eyes anyway. You're the problem, and it takes a very, very long time to heal. The pit that I was in was dark, and I knew I had a long road to even begin to get my identity back. But you know what? I was determined to do that. He wasn't going to win, and it's taken me a very, very long time.
Have you found that publishing the book has been one door closing, another one open?
Oh, for sure, definitely, yeah.
That's good.
That's good. I think that I've been doing this a very long time, and I've heard some very hard stories, and one thing I have regularly seen is how people's demeanour and their attitude towards certain parts of their life has completely changed through the publishing process. And as much as today is a very auspicious day, I know that he comes back into the country today, but it's also the day that your book is officially published. And to me, that's what actually really matters here today. So what I'd like to encourage you guys to do is at the bottom of the screen, there is a link to Guinevere's website. Get a copy of this book, support the story she's got, and hopefully some of what she's written here will resonate with either yourself or someone that's going through a difficult time. I want to thank you so much for being brave enough to come and sit on my couch and have a chat about your book. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks for allowing me.
It's okay. It's okay. We're honoured to be a part of this publishing process for you. And like I said before, it's important that you get to leave your legacy in whatever way you can. And in this case, today, your journey so far is in the publishing of this book.
Thank you.
Cheers, everybody.